Hello everybody, Eternal Primo here. Welcome. Today we'll be discussing 5 items I have chosen from the parts of my brain that I let roam. Today we'll be looking at 5 items that I believe that we need in the streaming space in the next few years and how all of them would kind of work. These ideas are completely off the top of my head. Spent the last couple days rolling through them. Let's get into that right after the intro. Right after the intro. Alrighty, so the first one I got here is this. What we, as streamers and YouTubers, we use cameras. We use very high-end cameras generally. This one right here is about $1,000 or so. Others can use anything from like a Logitech C920, which generally costs $50, but last I checked was somewhere insane, like $100. I love the idea of webcams because they're smaller. You don't need to buy a capture card, which is what I have to for this very, very nice picture to be seen and my audio to link up. I love it. I really do. I really love my camera. What I typically love is the fact the lens that I have on this is interchangeable. If I want, I can get a different lens that gets a little more zoomed or even farther out than this. You realize how cool that is to me? But my idea for this is a very simple one. A interchangeable lens system for webcams. So a webcam would become like how a camera does now with a decently sized lens. It'll have a decently sized sensor and you can change the lens depending on what kind of a look you're going for. If you're wanting a wider shot, if you're wanting a more narrow and focused shot. Now, you can do these for webcams and software. I think people will like the idea that they could do this on a webcam and not have to buy a capture card. The capture cards generally can add anywhere from like $50 to another $200 to your setup. And they do have other functions than just using for cameras. But most gamers and streamers also like saving money when possible. So there is that. I think this idea is a very easy one to do. I think second thing is for the Stream Deck. This isn't an actual tech idea, but more of an accessory that Elgato could come out or somebody else could. You guys ever seen Star Trek where on the captain's armchair, he can like press little buttons and certain things happen, like he can talk to engineering just in that little way. Same idea. Just connect a stand to the top part of your armchair, and it's just right there, and you can just be using your hand all right in front of you there. Now, that's only really helpful for like quick instances, I think, but it's a great idea and a great concept. I'm actually more surprised I haven't seen this yet. Or if it is out there, then I'm definitely missing it. Next idea is this is kind of an important one for the way that things have been going for graphics cards lately. If you're a gamer or you've been trying to build or have built computer this last couple of years, you'll notice that graphics cards are basically impossible to find. This is important because we have to use as streamers encoding to get our videos to go to Twitch to be decoded there. Now, NVIDIA graphics cards from the 1660 series and on forward has the Turing encoder, which is a separate chip that does the stream encoding and doesn't make your own graphics card have to pull that weight. Otherwise, you're using X264, which is putting more stress on your graphics card and having to pull more resources. I think we can have a separate card just for that chip encoder. If we're willing to deal with a separate card for our capture card, we can deal with a separate card for a chip encoder, especially with the fact that Radeon has, at the moment, not had this happen. We don't have a separate chip encoder for Radeon. It's just X264. You're using your graphics card. And I don't like that idea. I like not putting more stress on my graphics card if I can help it. And also, we're coming out with Intel graphics cards here soon. At least I hope soon, because I think that'd be interesting. See how that goes. So the idea of a separate chip card for just encoding is brilliant. NVIDIA could do this because they have already the chip ready to go. They could just charge like $100, $150 for this, and it would slap in sales. They don't even have to put more R&D into it. It's already done. They've made it. Radeon could put some R&D into this, though I don't know if NVIDIA has a patent with this. So I would have to know that to know if they could do this, or even Intel for that matter, since Intel's getting into the graphics card business now. You know what that means? That NVIDIA needs to get into the CPU business, because that way all three are in both. It's a very interesting world. Team Green is... Fourth one's more of a kind of an interesting idea, not really important one for streaming per se, but more of one that would make things look nicer. Now, in my background, I don't have any pretty blue, purple, green, whatever lights going on. I don't have RGB strips. I would like them. My biggest issue right now, though, is for me to have it as much as I'd like, because I want to get a bigger lens so you guys can see more of my room. And then I want to go from this top end to there, down across the next shelf, down across the next shelf, to give adequate lighting. The issue is, I need an extremely long light string, which isn't hard to find, but it's hard to find a good one. And Elgato's got a great one, and so does Philips Hue, as far as I know. And I think there's a couple others, but those are the two big ones right now. I would love this idea of 3 strips, or 2 even, I don't care, just multiple strips onto one connector. That way I can do different shelves. I'm assuming there's a reason why this hasn't happened yet, but I would appreciate this option. And the 5th one's kind of interesting. It kind of goes back to that Star Trek theme with the whole Stream Deck. I'd like it. I would like it a lot if that Stream Deck was a touchscreen. I could just press something and I don't need it anymore. Swipe it across and it's gone, like on my phone. I'm actually not surprised that this hasn't happened or come out yet, because touchscreens technology and something so small is probably expensive, which is why our phones cost somewhere around $600 to $800 sometimes if you get the really good ones. I would love a touchscreen Stream Deck or something similar. Loop Deck, Nexus, I think the AverMedia form. But these are my 5 ideas. Anything I missed, leave it down below. Comment down below. I would love to see more ideas. Let's get these ideas flowing. If there's an idea you really liked, comment down below. And also, don't forget to like this video. Subscribe to the channel. And don't forget, I stream on Twitch every Sunday and Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope to see you there. Thanks again for tuning in, guys, and have a good day.